What fantastic news that is to come out of our club today. Michail Antonio has signed a 4-year deal, keeping him here until 2020. Well, that news is just amazing. He's such a good player. But earlier today, someone sent me the Bowling Insiders blog that's on the official website. If you've not seen it yet, the description's below on YouTube. Had a read of it. It said that we're expected somewhere at the end of the week, a major signing. Also, two players, two big names that can be signing the contract this week. And a lot of people expected it to be Ogbonna and Antonio, and a lot of people have got the first half of it right so far anyway. He deserves it, that's for sure. When he signed last summer, 7 million from Forest, to be honest, I never really heard of him. I basically knew of the name, but never seen him play. And I think a lot of people were in my situation. And it was a case of Judy's out. They hadn't written him off. They weren't necessarily underwhelmed. It was just a case of, well, who is this Antonio? Nottingham Forest fans raved about him, of course, and said that we've got a really, really good player. And they believed he could make the step up to Premier League. However, I don't think anyone was expecting him to step up this much, this quickly. It took him ages, or it felt like ages, for him to get into the team. It seemed like he was always on the bench and he was getting dribs and drabs by Bilic. And we thought it was coming quite clear that it wasn't Bilic's signing and that he wasn't overly keen on playing him a lot. But when he got his chance, boy, did he take it. He scored in December. He scored against Southampton, in our win against Southampton in December. Then he went on to score 9 for us last season, and that is brilliant for someone who's stepped up from the Championship. And for a winger, you would accept that from a striker. For someone playing out and out striker, you would accept that. I think that was a really good return on your money. But for a winger to do it, and he also played half his, well, not half, he played 4 or 5 games at right back as well. He still scored when he played right back, but just phenomenal. But some of his goals as well are big goals. He's a big game player. He scored against Spurs when they were looking to go top league. He scored in the last ever game at Upton Park. These are huge games, huge pressure. And he turned up, he delivered, and he kept on delivering. I think you can tell he enjoys being at West Ham. But I was a little bit worried going into this summer as how many of our English players would be thinking playing for West Ham's a hindrance because they're not getting into the England team. And Antonio should have been at the Euros. And when you watched England at the Euros, they were screaming out for a player like Antonio. And you do worry a little bit. Would they be then thinking, well, I need to go somewhere else if I want in the England team? But fortunately, Hodgson's gone, and Antonio clearly sees his future with West Ham United. He clearly believes in what we're trying to do, and rightly so. The other player we're all looking to sign is Ogbonna. That would make sense. He's not on the tour either, since Antonio was at home waiting on his third child to be born. So he's not there, but he's at Chadwell training away. Ogbonna's out the Euros now, so it's looking like it could be Ogbonna, which again would make sense. He's exceeded expectations as well, because everybody thought he was like the rubbish Juventus defender. Everybody kind of written him off a bit more than Antonio, if anything. Then in his first 2 home games, obviously he conceded 6 goals. He got hauled off very early against Bournemouth by Bilic, but he's turned out to be one of the best defenders in the league last season. So hopefully Ogbonna is the next player to sign. If it's not him, I'm hoping it's Oxford. It would be really good to see Reece Oxford pen and paper. But I'm also thinking we're going to see Reece Burke sign, because he's only got a year left. He wasn't keen on signing because he wanted first team football. He obviously believes he's ready for it. Going by what he did at Bradford, he is. Is he ready for it at West Ham United? Possibly a different story, but he certainly deserves his chance. He's done his apprenticeship. He looked good when he was played under Sam Allardyce. He did nothing wrong. A boy stepped into a man's game and more than held his own against some decent strikers as well. You have to remember Charlie Austin was bang on form that season. He kept him quiet at QPR when they were battling for relegation. So I think Burke does deserve his chance. Tompkins going, and Burke being told he's not going out on loan, he's going to get minutes some way, is a really, really good thing for us. But go back to Antonio. What a fantastic piece of news. I'm delighted to see the club have done this. Superb for the club, the player, the future. And the big question is he going to be playing right wing or right back next season? I can see why Bilic wants him right back. He's definitely got qualities there. It's just his positioning. I think if you can get his position when and where he should be, if you can get that nailed down, he could be a top right back. But you are missing out on a very good attacking right winger. But can Feguli replace him? Can Torre replace him? we'll wait and see. That's who, by the way, I'm expecting to be the major signing this week as well. But you have to remember for Antonio is he never had a right back behind him for most of the season. He had James Tompkins. He's not the right back. If he had a Creswell type player behind him, that our right hand side would be phenomenal. And hopefully Bilic then changes his mind a little bit and goes after a right back and keeps Antonio right wing, because that's his position and it's his shirt there, and it's up to Feghouli to show why he should get that. But he's going to get his chance because Lanzini's obviously he's in the Olympic squad, so he's going to miss the start of the season. So someone's going to have to fill in for Lanzini, and I imagine it'll be Feghouli. But anyway, that's it from me. Make sure you come on to our forum at hammerschat.com. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're growing a little bit every day, and we really appreciate you all watching and subscribing. We've got loads of videos coming, and I'll speak to you all